Hi, everyone, and welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines in order to sell them. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News. And even though we're in the dog days of summer, today we're going to dream of cooler temps and talk about the 2025 Arctic Cat ZR858 RXC snowmobile. The ZR858 RXC is a new cross country model with a starting MSRP of $18,199. So let's dive deeper into what exactly this sled offers. But for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source. Joining me today to give us an overview of the 2025 ZR858 RXC is Ben Langaas, Engineering Manager of Snow at Arctic Cat. Ben, thank you so much for hopping on to speak with us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So, can you please give us a brief introduction to the 2025 Arctic Cat ZR858 RXC? Like, which types of customers are looking for this specific vehicle?
Right, so the ZR858 RXC is built off our 2024 RXC Catalyst package on the new Catalyst platform. Obviously, we're with the new addition of the 858, we're taking that all new race-proven platform chassis to the next level with more power, more speed, acceleration, etc. The rider looking to ride more aggressive to moderate trails and hit crossings and hit moguls and jumps is going to be looking for the RXC package.
Okay. Now, all right, so you mentioned the new 858 platform here. Can you explain a little bit more about that and any other new features and upgrades over the 2024 year model that would help dealers improve the ability to sell this one?
Right. So in 2024, we came out with the all new Catalyst platform, all new snowmobile from bumper to bumper. It was a success. It was a hit. We were doing well at our demo events, and it really went over well with our consumer base. However, it was only in the 600 class. Now, with the 858 addition to the lineup, we're entering that higher horsepower class, which is a big segment, the biggest segment of the snowmobile industry. And that paired with our Catalyst platform, it's really a home run in our eyes. The 858 engine was specifically designed for the Catalyst platform up front. We ran into some challenges due to, manufacturing constraints, and I hate to say it, but COVID, that pushed the timeline of the 858 back. But what that allowed us to do was really refine that engine package and get it ready for the consumer and give them a taste of what they're going to be in store for by only offering the 600 in 2024. And now with the 2025 coming with the 858, we've really answered all the questions.
All right, excellent. Now, can you break down the specs of this model for us?
The RXC is, a unit of its own. It still shares the proven and trialed Catalyst chassis and platform that's shared with the rest of the two-stroke lineup that we have in the crossover and mountain. However, we do specialize some components on this vehicle because it is truly our cross-country race package. And some of those differences are, primarily the rear suspension. It's got a different rear suspension that is tested through the durability and the function requirements that cross-country racers need and want. And then we give that same rear suspension to the consumer, where in the past, we've kind of went back and forth floating between that RXC package and the RR package. Now that consumer is truly getting a race rear suspension. Along with that race rear suspension, it has race calibrated shocks at all four positions, which would be the left and right hand ski, the front arm shock, and the rear arm shock. These shocks are a black anodized Fox QS3 adjustable shock with rebound control on both the skis and the rear track. We've developed the valving for the shock package to be race ready. However, we're really targeting that novice to slightly advanced rider for the race aspect to kind of allow this package to be very consumer friendly as well. So, I say rough to moderate trail conditions. However, if you put the QS3 setting on setting 1, I think you would find a very compliant shock package for that, slower trail chop type of performance. Another big difference that the RXC offers is it comes standard with handguards, which is nice. We still offer it, even though it is a race tailored model, we still offer it in the electric start package. The RXC 858 only comes with electric start, which is it's really nice function with a very small penalty of weight. Let's be honest. The Europe version actually comes with a 175 track, which is something that our customers over there really strive for. They want a little deeper lug. They don't quite have the trail system that we do here in Northern America, so they require a little more lug pattern. Another key difference is the RXC comes with what we call our race brake package. It's just a little beefier, higher clamp pressure brake system that meets the demands and requirements of ice racing and long distance, SUI 500 type conditions. So we're giving that option to the consumer too, which is a nice addition. And another big difference that the 858 RXC will get versus the 600 is a slightly bigger drive sprocket. Reason for this is to increase the gear ratio for the 858 due to the higher speed demand that motor can put out.
All right, so Ben, the 858 engine is all new for 2025. Now, what is that going to bring to the Catalyst platform, and what differences are consumers going to feel with it?
Yeah, we're very excited about the 858 for 2025. For obvious reasons, when we came out with the Catalyst in 2024 with only a 600, we knew we weren't quite hitting that mark on the high performance, high torque, high horsepower mark. However, it was still of value to bring that product to the industry so that our customers could feel the value of the Catalyst and what it has to offer from ergodynamics and weight and performance improvements. And now with the introduction of the 858, it's really just going to step us up a whole nother level. We're talking more horsepower. We're adding better torque, better acceleration, especially in the mountain segment, which is huge. But specifically with the ZR RXC lineup, the 858 is a great addition. The weight difference between a 600 and an 858 is practically negligible because what we have done with the 858 architecture, designing this engine specifically for the Catalyst by getting it integrated into the chassis better. The 858 is roughly 20 millimeters lower than the 600, which doesn't sound like a lot. However, it's pretty significant. And when I say 20 millimeters lower, that's a combination of lower and back. So, vertical drop is probably, 8 to 9 millimeters, but it's closer to the rider. So it's given that rider better control of the vehicle with more power, which is a win-win. So, yeah, we're very excited about it. The ZR 858 RXC is going to be one heck of a package for that weekend warrior trail consumer and racing across the lake and beating all his buddies. So,
Okay, awesome. Now, so you've talked a little bit about how it compares to the 600. How does this model compare to other models in the ZR series?
like I kind of touched on it before, the biggest things are the shock package.
Hmm.
In the rest of our ZR lineup, we have what we refer to as our IFP package, which is a single monotube shock, rebuildable shock, which is tailored more towards that softer leisure trail condition. And then for 25, we introduced the Snow Pro package, which is the all new AC5S shock, which has been doing very great for us. We're very excited about it. That has 5 positions of adjustment, but again, tailored towards that more softer setting, not quite the race pace. And then we have our Fox IQS attack system, which gives the operator to the ability to adjust on the fly from soft, medium to firm. Now, those are the other three packages that we have in the ZR lineup. The RXC takes it a little bit further. It's got a stiffer bell package for more aggressive terrain and more aggressive bumps. It also has the rebound adjustability, which is big for our racers. So a little more feature there on the shock. And then you obviously get the high quality of a Fox product, which is great. And then the race brakes, I touched on that, a little bit as well. Just a little better brake. Not that our ZR brake is a slouch by any means, but just a brake that can deal with a little bit more heat. It's got a little more clampage. And then another big thing that sets the RXC apart from the ZR lineup is its stunner decal package. I mean, this thing is decaled to look like a race sled. It's got, especially in 25, it's got a white number plate on it. It's ready for you to put your numbers on it, go race. It's got some unique stitching in the seat for this year to give it more of a race appeal and kind of get on the boat with the industry on what some of the motocross companies are doing with their seat design. Just give it a little more sporty feel, more racy feel for that end consumer.
So, what have been some of the most common service issues that technicians have had to deal with in past, RXC models, and have those been addressed in the 2025 one?
Yeah, so with the launch of our 2024 Catalyst platform, the first year out there, only being offered in a 600 package, we were very pleased with the feedback from our service technicians and dealer network, and as well as our consumers. We see most of the social media content from our consumers. We hear that, we listen to that, we listen to decide on some of those decisions based on that feedback. And a few of the things that we've addressed are very small. One specific example is we've done a better job at holding a higher standard for quality on a lot of our components. And one of those benefits that the consumer or the service technician and dealer will feel is better ski fitment. A lot of feedback from our dealers was, at setup, we were seeing issues with, ski installment to the spindle being very difficult and challenging. So we've addressed that. We've improved that. Another big thing is, this is a hot one, I feel like, with our consumers, is the comfort of our seat. We actually have addressed that and produced a slightly softer density of our foam, basically, that we know is going to live up to the demand. We've put it through durability, tens of thousands of miles on the new foam. We feel very confident in it. And I think that consumer is going to feel that right on day one. They're going to see, a better fit and finish, better showroom appeal. So we've addressed that, which is a big whistleblower one. And with the addition of the 858, obviously it's an all new engine, more power. We've done a lot to improve the NVH characteristics of that engine and reduce the vibration, improve the durability. Everyone knows we've developed a new drive clutch with a steel spider. And this has been such a positive improvement for this engine package specifically. We've actually taken more weight out of the vehicle. We've taken roughly 3 to 4 pounds out of the front frame weldment just by improving our material specs, going to a higher grade material. So there's definitely been some stuff addressed in the short little time that we've been out with the Catalyst, and we think our consumers are going to feel that.
All right. Yeah, it certainly sounds like you guys made a lot of great improvements to this model. So, speaking of, when is this model going to be available in dealerships, and what is Arctic Cat doing to help dealers move the 2025 units?
So right now, with our schedule as planned, these vehicles should be at dealerships in November. Giving good time for manufacturing and shipment of these vehicles. So that's very positive. Having the units at the dealerships before the snow hits the ground is always a positive that we strive for. at Arctic Cat. So I'm pretty excited to deliver on that, especially with an all new engine package. Building stuff in this day and age gets to be more of a struggle with shortages, and it's exciting to report that we're on time, we're on track, and the durability is there. So I'm very excited to get these out there. As far as moving this 2025 product, obviously I'm speaking from an engineering perspective. I don't have that sales and marketing background in my pocket, but a positive thing that we've done at Arctic Cat is we've built to order. So pretty much everything that we are building is sold. It's spoken for. So we're not as concerned on moving this 2025 product because it's somebody's waiting for it. Somebody's put their money down. They're excited. They're ready to head in their dealer and bring it home and put it in their shop. So we're looking forward to that.
All right, final question for you. What are some of the most popular accessories for the ZR858 RXC?
Yeah, so one thing that we've really strived on with the new Catalyst platform is delivering a great accessories platform. And we've done just that with the design and implementation of our attach system, which refers to our rear storage compartment that will come standard on all RXCs, similar to the ZR, Riot and Mountain lineup. So any attachment that is part of that segment will bolt and fit right onto the RXC, which we're excited about. I mentioned prior that the RXC will come standard with handguards, but obviously we have additional handguards and windshields and whatnot in our accessory lineup for the Catalyst, along with covers. A lot of cool stuff in the making there that we are ready to put into the service channel and have our dealers and our consumers order that stuff right up. We've got an all new running board accessory design that we launched with the Catalyst. That's just a few fasteners for the operator to put on. It's quite easy. Bumpers. Like I said, anything that we launched in 2024 will fit the ZR RXC 58.
All right, perfect. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, Ben, and thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with us about the 2025 ZR858 RXC.
Hey, the pleasure is all mine. Appreciate the time, and thanks for interviewing Arctic Cat.
For more information about the ZR line or to become an Arctic Cat dealer, head to arcticcat.txtsv.com. And as always, stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and powersports news.